Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Abouting podcast. I'm Mahira or Ira.
And I'm Andy, and like throughout these days, I think holidays are kind of fucking similar.
We did nothing.
You know what? Yeah, we did fucking nothing. And to clear up the fact that what we are talking about today is not secondary school trauma because
Mm,
like before that we had to talk about something really serious in Singapore's educational system, which is burning out. Like people can burn out no matter how smart you are, how like I don't
okay, before
know,
we
just like
dive
burning out
into
is the worst.
episode, Andy, what do you
Yeah.
do during a holiday?
Okay, so in my holidays I did absolutely nothing. I was lying in bed and for a moment, like every single day I was lying in bed, I'm like, holy shit, I feel so guilty because I didn't do any work.
We're just scrolling on TikTok most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. And then we keep laughing at our groin. Because we keep bending down and we're like, ha 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 ha.
Oh, also, we both watched the drama called Go From Nowhere during our holiday. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, I also
Encouraging.
do music on the side, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I have almost finished not recording but finalizing the demo for my song that you heard, Andy. And then
Yes.
another one that hasn't really been started but it starts already. It's just that I haven't created the lyrics or the full length of the song yet.
Oh my god,
Stress. I'm
yes,
spending my Monday on that.
yes.
Yeah. I
Oh
chilled out
my
with my
god,
friends as
loving.
well.
Mm-hmm. Cute.
Didn't go out
Picnic.
though. Oh yeah, we went for a picnic. Oh my god, I feel so bad that I didn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I saw picnic in your story and then you're like, just hang out only.
Oh no, I'm gonna get killed.
I know. What the hell?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
Oh,
I dyed my hair
okay.
too. Like, I don't know.
Oh my god, shining under bright light. You can see the color.
I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see. I think you can see it when it's like
Yeah, I can.
sunlight, but
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah. When bright
like
light shines.
not mercury light. I don't know what's it called. I'm trying to expert here.
Mercury. Oh my god, mercury. Hello. Poisonous.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
then we both masturbated as well. Wasn't that fun?
Oh yeah, true. I know. Very singing. Oh. My friends are gonna hear this and be like, you say what?
What? It's true. I feel like at least most people masturbate. Like I like people in our age masturbate. No,
Yeah, true.
just not to admit it. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like guy in my class be like, I don't do it. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. Um,
How do you not?
Chile, anyways.
How do you not get the sensation to do so?
Exactly. Like, do you not get H words? Okay.
Like, also we did like
Mm,
our homework, which is our essay.
yeah.
You did it yesterday.
No, I did it yesterday and I cannot finish today. I was like so like I cannot put my mind to finish it because when you go and look at the Wi-Fi broadband, right? I tell
Ah,
you, like the My Republic one, they will have like all sorts of shit. They'll be like, you buy a chair for like $54 per month, you get
just
this
choose
Wi-Fi, and then
one,
I'm like,
Andy.
which no
Just
no, I
choose
was like, which
one.
price do I put? So confusing, and then they are like, what's the disadvantage between these two broadband that you want to use? Like, how would I
Have
know?
it.
Yeah, like
What
have like
devices?
to the very end. What devices?
See, like, don't know our own assignment.
Yeah, exactly. I like forgot about it already.
Oh my
Mm,
god. So I don't think we studied.
we didn't study at all. Cause like, why you want to study during the holidays? Like, I haven't even finished my Alex. I'm stuck at 20%.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. People move on to 100% already. I'm still at objective number 2, girl. The procrastination is real.
Oh my god, that day you need to get work done. You need
Oh my
to.
god,
I
procrastinate
think
like
I
for
think like
real.
the chair will come after you if you don't keep up though, I think. I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh, that guy. Okay.
Mm.
You know who he is.
Okay,
For
so
all you know.
no shit.
Okay,
Let's
continue.
go into the topic of burnout. Andy, what's a burnout to
Yeah.
you?
A burnout to me is where you are so focused in this one field of subjects that you just ignore everything else. You're like, let's go. Like, like, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to explain burnout, but I felt burnout. So during Sec 1 and Sec 2, right?
Mm.
You also,
Yeah, of
like,
course.
yeah, whenever people ask me, like, do you want to go out? I'll be like, no, I'll be at home studying.
Oh, I don't really like that. It's just that I try not to go out, but if I can go out, I'll go out. But if I can't, I don't go out. Because mainly I
Oh,
have more
oh,
financial
God.
issues.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
But
But,
like,
like, usually, I.
continue.
Okay, you say.
You say,
You say.
you say.
Usually, I don't. I try to not even go out because I focus on my education that people think I'm really, really clever and smart, and people were like ignoring me. And then when they ignore me, sometimes they will ask me how to do this homework, even though they ignore me for their whole entire existence of life. Bro was like, how to do this homework? Like, bitch, am I a machine? Like, go and cite me in the website or something. Like, APA, Harvard. Like, what do you want me to fucking do? Like, help you do shit? Like, I'm not your mate. So, like, fuck off.
Like you're only
Like,
useful
I'm
to them when you can benefit them.
Yeah, and even if they copy, they failed. So,
Exactly.
what's the point of copying? So I benefited from all of that because, like, if all of you copy, right, think about it. If one does their work and the rest copies, who is gonna benefit from it?
But like for me, right, I try not to give out my answers in sec one,
Oh
sec
my
two. I was quite
God, yeah.
selfish.
Exactly, same. I would never give out answers to people who I don't fucking know and people who I don't even talk to. I'll be like, you know what, you can stay on your lane and I'll do my own work. But like if you're like my close friends, I'll be like, no problem, here you go. But if just copy a little, don't,
Yeah, I was
like
like,
that
I
was
gave them to my best
me.
friend, but like I say, don't copy everything. You have to learn by your own also.
Yeah. Oh my God. Same. And then I'll be like, just no. Like sometimes I even lie. I'm like, I didn't even do my homework, but actually I did. And then I pass it up to I pass it up to the teacher, and then the girl was like, I thought you never do your homework. And then I'm like, yeah, I didn't do my homework. What the hell do you want me to do?
Like we have to like not give in into like people.
Exactly. I cannot. I
I
was
feel so
like,
bad.
you copy me one more time, I swear. Same. And like, oh my gosh. Sec
What?
one was Sec one was overbearing if you think about
Mm,
it. Because like I took my first CT one very seriously. Like I passed all my CT
really?
one subjects. Yeah, and then
Wow.
followed by MYE, and then EOY, my history. Ayo, only one
Right shit.
subject fail. The rest,
Eh?
yeah,
Wait, you feel
exactly.
history?
In Sec one, cause I didn't understand anything. I was like, what does the Sir Stamford Raffles want for me? Like,
Oh my
I can't
god.
give anything to him, and I don't even know how to write inference law.
Oh my god, I feel so bad. No, I'm not bad though.
No, it's fine.
I feel like the
It's
opposite of you.
fine because oh, you
Like,
know how to write inference.
yeah, okay, so wait. In my sec one, sec two days, what my technique was to try my best for mid-year, and then all the mini like
Mhm.
continual assessment as well in between. Just do your best. Then for my EOY, I always like I don't know. I always like overnight like always do like how to say study like my ass is on fire.
Oh my God, right? Like every time, like before exams, you'll always be like this.
But it's only for EOY.
Yeah,
That's why.
EOI. No, yeah, just true. EOI weighs an important,
Yeah.
weighs a much more like weightage and stuff,
And then
which
like
sucks.
I was like first in history for both sec one and sec two.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Mhm.
Okay, then I'm gonna say this. When I was in Sec 2, I didn't understand how people couldn't do inference.
Oh my god, no way.
Because like to me it's like it's just you overthinking about what the fucking paper is. But at the time I couldn't explain to them.
Oh yeah, because like we didn't have the words to construct what the fuck
Mm,
we want. It's
yeah,
because like you just see this and then you do this and then done, like inference
yeah.
done. But then like you think about it, it's kind of easy to explain
Mm.
it now rather than back then. Cause like
I
imagine
always, I always
explaining it to
found it
Charlie and
easy
Dixie.
though.
Yeah, true.
Like I love history as a subject, so like I apologize to all my geography people.
No, I hated geography so much. Like my school never offered anything. Like everything is like very stuck to one side of stuff. Like if everyone's doing physics, you're doing physics. It's if
Is it like
everyone's doing geography, you're doing
majority?
geography. Yeah. So
Oh, that hurts.
like I usually like I remember our mean score for history was like our mean score for history was a fail, but for geography it was a pass. So guess what my school did? My school think it was a great idea to not do what's that called history and to do geography on its own, which I fucking hated geography, not gonna lie. I didn't understand a single shit. Tectonic plates, what the hell?
Oh
Like
yeah, you guys have to learn Earth things.
exactly. And for people who like I don't know, for me I like history. Like in
Right?
Sec 2 I started getting it. That's why I score higher than my fucking geography.
I did very well in geography, but I didn't enjoy learning about geography.
Exactly. I don't like geography. Like I like the teacher, but I don't like the
Mm,
subject because the subject is just boring. It's just like dry stuff.
mm. I mean history is too, but
Yeah.
like you somehow have to make it
No,
interesting.
yeah. You're like, oh my god, learning about Soviet Union, come bomb me and stuff. Like, okay, daddy. Like, but no to Stalin. Fuck off. Fake wannabe.
I mean, if you ask me now if I
Yeah.
learned anything in history, I would say you need to give me the textbook and then I'll probably try to infer from there. Because I
All
don't
right.
remember.
Like, oh my god, Maria hot dog.
Who the hell?
Maria hot dog.
Who's that?
The Sec 2, remember the Maria Herb riot?
No. So
You
sorry.
don't know, girl.
It's called burnout for a reason.
I remember everything from my burnout for some reason.
No, because you have a
Oh my
photogenic
god.
memory.
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh my god, memorizing the whole book. I remember there's a geisha inside. I remember there's a
Oh,
girl
I
who
know
went to
Asia.
Nanyang. Yeah, the geisha, the at the very end of the textbook, and then I just paste one yellow sticker up there, thinking that she was a vampire girl. Oh my god, I'm
Like
like
for
you
me,
cursed
it's
as fuck.
like for me, it's
Oh
like
my
once I
god.
learn something and I do the paper, fuck everything else. I'm not gonna remember anything I learned.
Oh my god. No fucking way. Oh.
So like that's why I do very well for EOY is because during that segment, I almost say segment,
Mm-hmm.
but like during that segment, um, I have to like how say boil everything down to remember all those information so that I
Yeah,
can
exactly.
do the exam.
And then just forget about everything else.
Mm.
Like we prioritize the good things first, and then like let's say art. I did my art last, so like the day before I was doing all my board.
You bored?
Yeah, there's like a layout, there's an observation drawing, there's a layout drawing,
Oh,
developmental drawing,
yeah.
remember? Yeah, like I was doing that the
You
day
do those.
before.
Oh, for me, for art, right? Cause it's like I cannot do all in one day, cause it's so overbearing if I do so. So, like I do it day by day as I'm
Oh
studying
my
for my other exams.
Okay, so like I guess the burnout which I have succumbed to was I guess influenced by my I guess I don't want to say parents, but then it's also partly my fault that I didn't want to do art in the first place because I'm like art is so unimportant that I won't even
Mm,
take art, you know.
yeah.
So like I prioritized it last, but the last day was like my worst burnout ever because like I feel like after EOA I just don't want to come to school anymore, which I
Right.
didn't, which I came to school after that. So that day, so the whole entire day from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I was doing my
Mm.
art boards, and the whole entire time I'm like, when is this gonna be over? and I can't stop doing it. And I can't stop doing my artwork because I know that if I procrastinate any further, I wouldn't even pass the subject. I was like, I have to get
Right.
60 plus for this. If not, I cannot go express. Cause like our goal was to go express, remember?
Yeah.
And then like when it didn't came true, I was like, what's the fucking point of doing it?
Yeah. During my burnout, right? You know what I did? I
What
had
you did?
I studied at night, so like from 9 or 11 to 12, I'll study for that period, and then I'll wake up at 4 or 3 a.m. to study again before I go school.
Oh my god, that's me
Right?
also. Oh my god, oh my gosh. We have so much in similarity. This is so bad because like we will study a day before and then we are so paranoid that we couldn't make sure that we will score
Yeah.
anything. So we wake up 4 a.m. and fucking go and study again. That was my life.
But okay, wait, Andy, does it work for you?
It kind of does. Okay, so like I want to say this because in Sec 1, I didn't have the chance to go express math because I was like, "Oh, I want to be good at math. And then people are really, really good at math who did
Mm.
really well for math.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't go to express math and stuff. So I'm like, this dumbasses, like, why wouldn't you go? And then one person went out, obviously, he changed class. So like
Wow.
there was an express math class and stuff. So like express Chinese is just like in both classes, so you don't have to change class at all. English, math and science, you have to change class to like 1525. But then again, I couldn't do it because like in Sec 1, what drive do you have to go to express? The only thing you can do is try, right? Then
Yeah.
then you're like when you experience like, oh, how is it like to like, be consistent. Then in Sec 2 you constantly improve yourself, which is what I did for my Sec 2. So my Sec 2 was from a 65% jumps to a 66.7% for MYE.
Wow.
And no, but the thing is it was so bad. I think I'm fourth in standard for MIE or third in standard. I think
I
I
think
par with
like
somebody.
same with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like oh my gosh, so much in similarity. Burnout gang. Okay. So like I was like third or fourth in standard. I don't remember, but receiving that award made me like realize that like like let's like put in more
Fuck
work.
up, man.
Like bug yourself up. So like after that, like I remember I was the only boy who got the award. So like the rest were girls.
Oh my god, I just realized something.
What?
You know, what? 2 years of getting award in my cohort,
Uh.
I don't think any
Mm-hmm.
like guys were in the award section for normal acad.
Oh
It's,
my God, are you
I think there
serious?
is lah, but it's like in like individual subject, not like standard
Oh,
wise.
individual subject.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
standard
yeah.
wise, no guys were
Oh my
inside.
God.
It's always girls.
Oh yeah, because like, I don't know why, but girls have like less procrastination. I don't know. Like for
I don't
me,
know.
like in express standard, what I've seen is all girls.
Mm.
Yeah, like I remember my friend got third, and I was like so proud. I was like, girl, L1 R510, are you happy? And then like I fucking cheered. I'm like, yay! But
As
that's
we
just what I
study.
remember. For like, yeah, like bestie only. Like bestie, I'll cheer for the others. Fuck them lah. Like, like either way, I feel like it's a very joyful. It's like a very joyful thing to
Mm.
collect your awards. But the main difference is like how hard, how willing are you to get the award? So I didn't even think about me getting an award at all because I'm like 66.7 go like who to compare with.
Like our goal is to go to express,
Yeah,
not
our
to
goal
get the
is
award.
to yeah, so like after like primary school you had this sensation, you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna wake up from my dream right
Mm.
now and
Mm.
just do your very, very best to go to express. Just
Yeah.
complete these 4 years and you're done. But ironically we finished our secondary school in 4 years. Big
Mhm.
brain.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but in
Yeah.
poly you had to go through 4 years again, which
I know, right?
oh my gosh, it's like retaining year one. I feel like talking about burnout, right? And like when we progress to Sec 3, the amount of denial we have is just a lot. Like,
Mm.
I remember how the first day I'm like, why am I still here? You know, like, what the fuck
Right.
am I doing here? I could have been going to Express. Like, why? Like, I keep saying that to myself, but in the end, you just have to accept reality to know
Mm.
that you're not that good. But like, girl, you were so good. 'Cause, like, your EOY results were like so near to the percentage that I think if you were to appeal, you would have went into Express already.
But what survives though? That's a different question.
Okay, so like, um, given that we tried so hard to go in, right?
Mm.
Like different, like if you're speaking like different scenario wise, I would have had the drive to like burn out through Sec 3 and Sec 4 and maybe get like some decent results for O level and just go to poly or JC.
Mm.
But for you, since burnout is like burnout is like more than me, like you
I
like
feel like my burnout is like once
unpack.
I get success, I stop trying.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing because like after when we go to Express, like our wish is fulfilled, so why try harder? Yeah, so like I guess that's our difference
Mm.
because like
For you,
you
it's like you
know
continue
no
on.
matter continue on the stupid stress and continue on the worst burnout ever. Like we don't have tuition, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing. We don't. We have
Yeah, so like we cannot compare to the people who has tuition and who has burnt out.
yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Cannot there.
exactly. Like imagine being burnt out with tuition some more. Like girl, no, girl, my math is like jialat, man. I also don't know how to get B for PSLE.
Like at least you got a B, man.
Oh my god, please. Okay, but like we passed PSLE
Mm.
portion. I guess like we started to understand like okay, to summarize it all, we start to understand the importance of education and we want to shit people for like not being smart at all. We went in there thinking that we can get into Express but we didn't. We went to Sec 3 and went through a portion of denial which is really really bad because like in the right mind, who would ever put themselves through that unless they can really, really attain that?
We didn't ah.
Yeah, and I got so jealous and envious when people go to Express.
Right? Like that should be me.
Yeah, but then in the end, it's not, which is so bad. But like, I get it. I get where we are coming from. Uh, I get where our flaws are coming through. We didn't really. It's not that we didn't really put in much effort. We did put in our best effort, but
That's
the best doesn't seem like enough. You know,
mm,
because education in Singapore, meritocracy wise, it's very, very like it's high standard, okay? You speak
sure.
potato English in hawker center, that's fine. But if you speak potato English in insurance company, they will kick you out. Like, girl, no, like that's not a joke, you know, like for real. Have you heard
Uh,
an insurance seller come up to you and speak such unattainable and unintelligible English? Like, have you heard?
no, because I've
No.
never been
Like,
like up to an insurance agent before.
oh yeah, true. It's, oh my god, they're so annoying though. They're like mosquitoes. Anyways, what about like doctors? You know, obviously doctors have to have good English.
Like, cause considering that most of the patients in hospitals are elderlies, right? No,
Yeah,
most of
yeah.
have basic English, but majority of them prefer their mother tongue.
That's true because
Mm,
gerontology wise, they are much more stuck to their how do I put it? Like they're more stuck to their mother tongue and their sub mother tongue, which is like
mm,
Hokkien, Teochew, and a lot of stuff, which I guess
distant
contributes to the fact that we
dialect.
have to be multilingual. Mm, and then until now, right? Like my Chinese standard from upstairs dropped to downstairs.
But
But
you
it's okay
don't
lah. I
need it
speak potato
though.
Chinese and English. Huh?
You don't necessarily need it though, right?
That's true, but like if you are communicating with someone who needs like help, then
Mm.
I guess
I
giving
mean,
our
there's
best
Google
shot would be.
Translate.
Oh yeah, true. But like some no, but remember our country is very gerontology wise.
Oh God.
We are elderly populated.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's bad. I mean, not bad. Like y'all are our like pioneer
Oh
generations built
yeah.
from like bamboo.
Merdeka,
You
bro.
like eat very less and then like help us build like houses. Oh, the Samsui woman, I remember them. Don't worry,
And
I
like
will never forget you.
our hawker is based on our like our pioneers. Cause without
Yeah, exactly.
we don't have hawker
Like,
centers now.
exactly, cause like would you go and cook in the hawker center? Would you even try?
Cook at a hawker center?
Yeah, like as in like give food, stand there for like the whole day just to sell food.
No, I have not. If I got
Like
the opportunity, I think I'll be a bit like nervous and anxious. But I know it's an opportunity.
that's true. But like most of us are were so unwilling to, serve customers as well as like cook and not being scared to like get burned or some shit. So like I
Eh,
guess in that sense, we are kind of weak. I don't know.
No, I feel like we're just more what's it called? More comfortable in our own environment because we're born in a
Yeah,
scenario
true.
and we're not exposed to like
Yeah,
doing such things on a constant basis as
yeah,
compared to our pioneers who are like exposed
yeah.
so many times.
Because like they exposed to poverty,
Mm,
wage minimum and stuff, so like they know what it's like to be willing to do stuff. To us, I don't think we'll do anything because we're so comfortable with the fact
mm,
that people will cook for us, people will clean for us. Why bother doing that ourselves, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and like, okay, speaking about the subject of burnout, I just really want to have a really quick talk about this girl called Anabelle Chong. I think she's a really really prominent figure in our society, especially in Singapore, because like to date the most successful porn star, but I wouldn't necessarily say that what she did was right. So I just want to talk about her because so she was raised and born in Singapore in a middle class
Yep.
Protestant family, which is Christian based, and she was the only child of two teachers, and she was a student at Raffles Girls' School,
Yeah.
and she was in GEP, which
What's that?
to that leads her to having a burnout. She went to Hwa Chong Junior College, and her former teacher was like, she's quiet, conservative, intelligent, and studious, and she was just a normal girl, I guess. And on that day when like she was going to um United States to study law at King's College London on a scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh she was in United Kingdom. I think the college was in, yeah, United Kingdom lah, which is like in London.
Mm.
She was on a scholarship, and then while in the like riding on a train, she met a man that she became attracted to, and she agreed to have sex with him in the alleyway. So like girl was obviously really burnt out at this point. I feel like that's the reason why after her A levels, she took 3 gap years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like her burnout, but I guess she wasn't burnt out done because like
Mm.
imagine being enlisted in GP and then going to like JC, amount of stress you have, GG man. Brain gone, EQ gone. And I guess this is why I wouldn't say that this is why happened, but like I guess she was so book smart to the point where she didn't want to be street smart. I don't want to say street smart because what like she's a coder now. She's like a computer coder right
Mm.
now. Yeah, so like imagine if she were to listen to this podcast, be like, yeah, that's not true. Like, girl, like I don't know your life, but to me, people who are very book smart, like I remember my very like I cannot like judge on one person, but like
Mm.
I have to give an example. My really good friend, I think he was in ACS, right? The moment we step out of his school, what he said was, "Where to go?" I'm like, you like how? Like you came to Buona Vista and you're just here asking me how do you go to this shopping mall, that shopping mall? how am I supposed to know? Like, do you want to like go back to the train, take to Jurong East and eat? He's like, anything. And then I'm like, what about the waffle place? And then he's like, I don't know where to walk. Like, that to me is not street smart. That to me is just you're too engrossed in studying.
Your common sense is gone.
Yeah, okay, so basically, Annabelle Chong, which is not her real name lah. Her real name is called Grace Quack. Her nickname is very, very, very creative, I would say. Annabella, Annabelle Chong,
Annabelle,
Liquid
Annabelle.
Slater. Girl, Liquid Slater Annabella. Like, nah, girl, nah. Okay, so she was riding on a train and she agreed to have sex with him in the alleyway, and then he brought the guy who agreed to have sex with her brought along other men, and she was gang raped. TW,
Uh,
if you're
trigger
sensitive
warning to
words,
sexual assault.
trigger warning.
SA, oh my god. What? Yeah,
Yeah,
trigger.
SA, and robbed in a rubbish closet under an inner city housing block. That means she was in the alleyway and then she was robbed inside the rubbish closet. Girl, that's smelly as fuck. And then yeah, exactly. So like I think the worst part is that at the age of 21, which by all means
Very
fine by you,
young.
you want to drop out, that's fine. You have other options to explore, but she dropped
Hmm.
out of law school. And she dropped out and went to study photography, art and gender
Yeah,
studies.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I guess that's where yeah, and she went crazy after that, which okay, I've seen her videos and I've done the research. She was like so crazy. She was like, I have sex with men and all of them are so horny. I'm like, girl, I get where you're going, but like,
I did
has
a
studying
burnout
really
effect,
made you this mad? I feel like that's where the burnout comes from because like
right?
usually when you're so burnt out, you go crazy.
And you don't focus on yourself as well.
Yeah, you focus on like other desires that you
Mm,
haven't went
feel.
through, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably why she had sex with a man in an alleyway for some reason.
I mean, we don't judge people's choices here.
Exactly. So she excelled academically at obviously she's really smart. She excelled
Mm.
academically in gender studies. And she also began at the same time, like in her school day, she also began working in pornographic films. And she later went and graduate. Good for her. Good for her. That's good for her. The fact that her parents did not approve of her dropping out of law school and she needed income to pay for her college fees was the biggest part of like the contribution to her doing
Yeah.
pornography to pay off her school fees. I mean like do whatever you can, but that is girl. Oh my gosh. And this director called John T-Bone, I guess he's a really I don't know how to put it. He's a cheater. He cheated her money for some reason.
Yeah. Feel so bad.
There's one pornographic film called The World Biggest Gangbang. Girl did not get her money. Girl get less than what she was paid for. And she did not know because like I said, when you're in school and you're doing that shit, like you would not you can't blur lines, you know.
Mm.
That's true. And somehow she was reportedly interested in blurring the boundaries between pornography and performance art in her work, as if like pornography is an art. So girl has really gone insane at that point. Like art can be anything. Good for you. But did anyone paint you while doing that shit? Did anyone paint the world because gangbang? No. It was in the film. Nothing was painted, you know? Yeah.
Awkward.
And gosh, she got banged by a total of 251 men in one film. Girl did not get tired. Girl was like, use me, girl. No, girl. Like, if burnout was so serious like that, I don't recommend burnout.
Mm-hmm. But then sometimes you can't control burnout as well.
Exactly, like it's not to our choice. Like I remember it's like not my choice to get burnt out.
Wait,
It's
wait.
actually it is like it's my choice to go express. But it's also not my choice to be so overly attached to studies because I was like, I want to study hard, but I didn't mean to study like this motherfucking hard.
Mm.
If I make any, like, I want to spend time with like people, but I chose not to because your brain don't really work the way you want to work, you know?
I feel like it has a lot to
Mental
do
health is,
with mental health. Yeah.
yeah, it's like if you have like the, like, I don't know, like it becomes a routine to the point that you go home, you study, you take out your book and you study for ends straight.
They're just like, you know what? Fuck all this. Fuck everything.
Yeah, it's like,
Let's
fuck
just do
going
something
out.
I want.
Yeah, which is to go express. Then we didn't go express, but we took the express lane from NA, which we did really well.
I feel like during my burnout, I got really, really depressed and anxious. A lot of like, I
Um,
have a lot of suicidal thoughts when I was during that burnout session. And then like, I think it also helped with like, I don't know, I'm not saying help, but like it also contributed to my burnout as well. Because like without my anxiety, I don't think I would have been studying my ass off. Because like, you know, if you have anxiety, the only thing that keeps you working is your fucking brain saying that you're not enough to do anything.
yeah, exactly.
Can't
And
sleep also,
then
bro.
like yeah, and then you're like talking to your friends that I have anxiety, like I never study for like this, but actually you have studied, but you're just thinking that you
Yeah,
didn't study this much.
like
So
study
like
enough.
you just keep, yeah, you just keep indulging in this dry text and then bludging whatever's in the textbook into your own paper, memorization
Yeah,
and stuff. To me, that is stressful.
mm,
Anxiety, like the anxiety is so bad, like
they know.
that when you get back your paper, yeah, when like like
You
I don't
cry
know
if
how
you
to say
fail,
this. Yeah, you cry when you fail. I cry when I
or like
fail.
you
I'm
just pass.
like, oh yeah, borderline pass is bad also. To us, borderline pass is like bad. But then when somebody says, at least you pass all your subjects. Girl, you wanna die? Like,
They have a
if
death wish.
at least I pass all my subjects, then why the hell did I get stuck in this position of being like, I don't know, anxiety, like having even more anxiety. When you go back home, you're like, I'm a disappointment. I don't want to show
Yeah,
any of this test
yeah, yeah.
paper to anyone.
You close your room and then you're just caught off like your bed, hoping that like whatever is in your head just goes away and disappears, but it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you're in school, you're like, It's fine, like, no biggie, Like, I can handle this, but when you go home, you truly just start to like think about, what
Make
could
a
I have
ruckus.
done better? Exactly. And then I remember like in our sec three, we didn't give a fuck anymore. We were like, okay, so like at first I did give a fuck because I wanted to pass all my subject in sec three. I wanted to repeat sec one's feat so badly that I studied for like math, but in the end I failed, so I didn't try, and POA also. And then I'm like, no, I'll just give up. Like, I cannot be bothered to study anymore. Burnt out, no more.
For me, when I entered Sec 3, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on myself. Even if it means to just pass all my subjects or fail my subjects, I was like, fuck that shit. I just wanna, for once, live as a person that doesn't indulge too much in studies, which is a
Yeah,
bad thing,
exactly. Oh my
considering that
god, yeah,
Sec
true,
3 and
true,
Sec
true.
4 was supposed to be our final year, so we have to put in so much effort. We did a Uno
Mm.
reverse.
I know we were like, fuck this shit. I think what we did was a really big reverse because like even if we because we did try so hard for like sec ones and sec two, right? So like it became a muscle memory for us because we paid so much attention in school
Mm,
that we are like, I captured all this shit already. So in N levels, I was like, I can't bother be study. I can't bother to study at
hard.
all.
Like study hard. For me, it's like
Like,
just study, but don't
yeah,
study.
I couldn't even be exactly like I cannot be bothered to do my TYS. I didn't even try to do like my geography. I didn't even try to memorize anything. I was like, let me just understand and apply what I learned in my test paper. Period.
Wow.
And I feel like that's the worst mistake I've ever made because like what if I have studied harder? You know, like right now that I'm thinking of it, like
Mm,
every night I'm like, what if I had tried harder? Would I have gotten a 5 for my EMB3?
you'll never know unless somehow the universe reverses it to that day.
Exactly. Like then we'll never know. But I don't know in what miracle this world has brought to us to be like, hey, let me reward you with a TFP. But then you would never know what's the reverse of it.
Mm-hmm. Like for me, as in like during N level period, I only started seeking help
Mm,
during N level period to help with my like studies so that I could at least get into PFP because before that right all the points right I couldn't enter into PFP at all, so I got more concerned because I needed to enter PFP so bad. So like
oh my god.
I had like a minor burnout, but it wasn't so bad that I lost myself completely, but I still had a lot of stress so that I need to do
True.
well, but
Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
prioritize too much on indulging in the books because fuck the books.
Oh my god, that's for real though. Like the books did not help. I feel like the worksheets help.
Mm-hmm.
And like especially in class when you're paying attention, it helps also because I didn't pay attention in POA. I paid attention in chemistry and I guess in geography because I didn't want to disappoint two very good teachers. And SS, I definitely do not want to disappoint my teacher. My teacher was so
Say,
good. Oh my god. I cannot disappoint my SS teacher. She's an amazing person.
say, shout
Showstopper.
out to our social studies teacher if you're listening.
Yes.
Doing great.
Oh my gosh. Love you. And if you didn't retire, I would have stayed in Sec 5 for you. Just for you.
Like, in my current Sec 5 class, they got like a
Mm-hmm.
retired teacher to teach. I was so glad to get out.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, so like not saying that my SS teacher was bad, but I haven't been under her curriculum before. And when I have been under her curriculum before, girl could not control the class. When she had to like address problems, she would take up like 15 minutes of the lesson to address and I couldn't understand anything. Cause like who knew that teachers do better in a provision in your studies. Oh my gosh, my brain. Oh my god. Yeah, like I feel like teachers do matter whether you get a good one or you get a bad one. It's mostly depending on your effort, but it's also the teacher's effort that you could pass, you know.
I agree.
Yeah, because like in chemistry, like I could understand everything because my teacher was so good. Like for like I remember CT1 not studying for my chemistry at all.
Wow.
And then I'm like, just fuck it. I just went in there and start doing. I'm like, okay, what? And stuff. And then I'm like, yeah. And then people who actually study, they got like almost to full marks. And then I'm like, okay, you do you.
Work hard, eh, kid?
Yeah, because at least I passed with
That's fine.
flying colors, I guess. I don't know. But yes, and it was, I guess Sec 3 was the time where your teachers were like pressuring you to be like, if you
Mm,
want to not retain, you gotta do well. And doing well means you have to burn out again.
no, not really. I just passed.
Oh my god, right? I remember like wait, my Sec 3 percentage was 55%.
Don't remember mine, but I remember just passing.
You remember just passing.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. Oh my god.
Oh my god. So, Andy,
Yes.
what have we learned? Or like tips to counter burnouts?
I've learned that like what have I learned like after my burnout is that not to care about anything anymore. Cause like if someone has set a path for you and that
Mm,
person is yourself, you're the determinant of the result. And
mm,
in which case, um tips for burning tips for not burning out, right, is that I don't know, like there's no tips for not burning out because either way if you're gonna burn out you're gonna burn out. So what not to do is to over pressure yourself to doing something, and also don't indulge in such behaviors like like obsessing your grades, because like I
Mm,
know grades are, because some people say grades
everything.
aren't everything, but grades are everything. So you try to obsess yourself over grades like B3, what numbers look on my report book, don't try to over obsess yourself with that, because I definitely did. Like true, like even after my burnout, I definitely did. I was like, this better get 3 or 1. Like I cannot stand F9 and U, but either way I got it. So like you cannot control the grades you have because you're not the teacher. You're the student. Whatever you do, there will be a result. If you don't put in effort, you retain. If you put in effort, you promote. Like that's your
Like
whole
either
goal.
one.
Yeah, either one of them.
I think from what I learned personally
Yes.
is that don't put too much effort on your first 2 years of like your education starting point, I guess. Like for example, in secondary school, don't put too much on sec 1, sec 2 years. Just enjoy
Yeah.
the sec 1, sec 2 years. And like for
Mm-hmm.
us now,
But if
right,
you,
it's just enjoy
yeah, but if,
PE and year 1.
like, I didn't bother to study for math. I'm like, even though I'm nervous for it, I'm like, nah, no.
Just do your best lah.
Yeah, but if in sec 1 you think you can go to express, then do your best.
Yeah, but don't put too much effort to a point where you ended up, missing out on certain things in life lah. Because there's so much memories you
Like,
can create in secondary school that I wish I created, but
mm,
unfortunately I didn't. So my life is kind of boring at the moment.
oh my god, please. I create memories in secondary school, starting from sec 2 end of year.
Right?
Yeah, because
So
away
sad.
I'm like, yay! And then sec 3 party, then sec 4 party, until N level, then you don't party anymore.
Yeah. After N level, you party all night long. But then you
I
got
know,
COVID.
I know. Like, you don't
So
have anything to be guilty about.
it was so sad, like, cause like we like in sec 3, I planned like so much things with my friends on what to do after N levels, and then COVID struck.
Oh shit. I, I feel like when April COVID struck, I was happy.
Same.
There were downsides to everything, and what I mean is that, how do I put it? Even if you're in school, people will try and pick. I cannot speak. People will try to
Okay.
pick like small little shit about you and be like, here you go, you can't do PE. Like PE was my trauma, so I was happy that I didn't had to attend school to do PE, because PE is like, what the hell are you gonna do? HBL.
Okay, we need to wrap up this video. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, yeah, fuck. Oh my god, it's so long. Okay,
And then,
so
okay,
thank you for hearing like our podcast, and like our podcast is very good. So like if you like it, share with your friends, I guess. But like this whole entire episode will be like talking about our burnout and stuff, which I guess is important. But
mm.
yes, we will see you next time,
Wait,
and
follow our Instagram
bye
too.
bye.
Follow our
Oh yeah,
Instagram
yeah, yeah. Follow
at
Instagram,
about
and yes,
at Abouting Podcast.
about, yes,
Our day
and
for one
also
moment.
like, oh my god, and also follow our Spotify account.
Mm.
Follow the podcast.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.